About 2,000 years ago, a group of Sadducees who don't believe in the existence of spirits and resurrection went to Jesus. They wanted to nitpick at Jesus who was preaching about resurrection. Luke chapter 20, verse 28, Moses said, "If a man's brother dies and leaves a wife but no children, the man must marry the widow and have children for his brother." Now there were 7 brothers. The first one married a woman and died childless. The second one marries a woman also but died childless. The third one the same. The 7 all died in the same way. Finally, the woman died. If that is the case, whose wife will she be at the time of resurrection? Well, that's ironic. If you were Jesus at that time, how would you have answered this question? The question they asked was wrong because they thought that the body would resurrect. So it was wrong. Resurrection that Jesus talked about was not physical resurrection, but it was a resurrection of the soul and spirit. So let's hear Jesus' answer. Luke chapter 20, verse 34, Jesus replied, "The people of this age marry and are given a marriage. But after you resurrect and go to heaven, you don't marry. Why is that? Heaven is a world where you exist in spirit and you live loving God as your bridegroom. They will be like angels so they cannot die again. Why not? When it lives again, it's a spirit. The spirit don't disappear in vain like the body dying." Even Moses said this, God of Abraham, God of Isaac, and God of Jacob. God is not God of the dead, but of the living. But why would they call God the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, whose bodies are already dead? It is because even though their physical bodies are dead, their spirits are alive. So the resurrection that Jesus talked about was spiritual resurrection. In order to know about resurrection more in detail, let's study about death. It's because you need to die first in order to be able to live again. God spoke to Adam and Eve. You must not eat the fruit of knowledge of good and evil. The day you eat of it, you will surely die. But they ate it. There's something strange. On the day they eat the fruit, God said that they will surely die, but they didn't die. It is said that Adam lived until 930 years even. Did God lie about it? No. Death God talked about was not physical death, but it was the death of the soul and spirit. In other words, it was a kind of death that will make them into people having nothing to do with God. It was a kind of death where they will live in a place that have nothing to do with God. If what is dead is a soul and spirit, what would resurrect? That's right, it's a soul and spirit. Resurrection is not achieved after death. It's achieved while you're in the body. So let's pray a little bit more, praise a little bit more, and put the word to practice a little bit more. Your soul and spirit will resurrect as much as you take action, and you will become closer to God.